Good afternoon. This is the king of all mediums, and today I am going to do podcast number 74, the 10 most albums I listen to. Okay, so let's begin. First, we'll start off with one of the great debut albums of all time, The Doors. And just got this, one of my favorite songs on this is The End, okay? And of course, Break On Through, Soul Kitchen, The Crystal Ship, 20th Century Fox, Light My Fire. All outstanding songs, so you can't go wrong with this album by The Doors. Great debut album, one of the best, okay? Next we go to another debut album, which is, I consider my second favorite album of all time. By the way, I don't have I would consider my 10 best albums. I don't have all of them, but I will get them at some point. So this is the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Are you experiencing? As one critic said, I want to mention his name, an embarrassment of riches, easily equal to Sgt. Pepper's. I don't know about that, but and Purple Haze, Manic Depression. My favorite song, believe it or not, is Love or Confusion. I love that song. So, second album. By the way, these are in no particular order. I don't track how much I listen to, so I don't know. Now this one I like. This is album, and you can see there going to be a lot of these guys on it. This album is all the singles, the Beatles that didn't put on their albums. And this is the Beatles' Past Masters. Album 1 is pretty good, but really side 3 and 4 are just exceptional. Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Paperback Writer, Rain, Lady Madonna, The Inner Light, Hatred Revolution, Spike 4, Get Back, Billy Preston, Don't Let Me Down, also with Billy Preston, and The Ballad of John and Yoko, Old Brown Shoe, one of my favorite Beatles songs. Across the Universe, before it was changed and souped up by Phil Spector. Let It Be, and You Know My Name. Look up the number. Okay. The Beatles, Past Masters. Okay. Let's have a mono one, but to me that's no reason, because as you know, I don't like mono. This is what I haven't opened yet, so I'm trying to say, how can you how can this be one of the most listened to albums? Well, because I had it in a previous incarnation, I sold it. So I got a new copy, The Magical Mystery Tour. Magical Mystery Tour, I Am the Walrus, Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields Forever, Flying, and Baby a Rich Man, Hello Goodbye. I mean, the project, of course, failed, but the album itself is great. Magical Mystery Tour. Okay. Now, my favorite album of all time is also about the Beatles, and it's called Abbey Road. Abbey Road. Remember, my sister used to have this carton, and I saw it, and I just loved it. And of course, it's a great album. I mean, there's something. Here Comes the Sun, Come Together, are all great tracks. It's Sweet, You Never Give Me Your Money, Me, Mr. Mustard, Sun King. Great album. Abbey Road by the Beatles. Oh. Next album is another Doors album, Strange Days. Now, I would put, instead of this, I would put the Morrison Hotel. I think it's a better album, but since this is one I have, I don't have Morrison Hotel anymore, so I have this. And Strange Days, You Lost a Little Girl, Love You Two Times Baby, Unhappy Girl, Lost Latitudes, Moonlight Drive. People Are Strange, My Eyes Have Seen You, I Can't Even See Your Face in My Mind, When the Music's Over, sort of like The End. Right, next, another Beatles album. Okay, let's see what we got. Another Beatles album. Right Revolver, to me, one of the greatest albums of all time, easily. Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, Here, There, and Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, one of my favorite songs. She Said, Side 2, Good Day Sunshine, and Your Bird Can Sing, For No One, Dr. Roberts, I Want to Tell You, Got to Get You Into My Life, which is about Paul McCartney's love of marijuana, and Tomorrow Never Knows. Great song, great psychedelic song. Revolver by the Beatles. Alright, let's go to this one I just got again, and I haven't opened it yet. This is Axis Bold as Love. Axis Bold as Love. Jimi Hendrix, One Way You Wish. Castles Made of Sand. Spanish Castle Magic. It seemed Castle was in Jimmy's mind when he made his album. And you look at the artwork, very pretty. Six Was Nine, another exceptional track on this. Okay. It has a gatefold, open up with all the lyrics. Let's see, Spanish Castle Magic, some weak tracks. We'll wait until tomorrow's okay. A lot of okay tracks. Little Wing, of course, great track. If Six Was Nine, Little Wing, listen to Castles Made of Sand. She's So Fine, I like a Noel Redding song. Like One Really Wish I Mentioned, Little Miss Lover. I'm not crazy about that. And Bald as Love is a great song. So here we go. And that is number 8, I do believe. Gorilla. Okay, going back is the Buffalo Springfield Again. Wow, what a great song, album this is. Doesn't include, of course, if they're a big hit for what it's worth, but has a lot of great songs on it. Mr. Soul, Child Claims to Fame, Every Days, which was covered by Yes, Expecting to Fly, which is a Neil Young extravaganza. Bluebird, Listen to My Bluebird, right? Hung Upside Down, great song. Sad Memory, Good Time Boy. Those are 2 Richie Fury songs, pretty good. Rock and Roll Woman and Broken Arrow. That's a classic. Broken Arrow, another Neil Young orchestral piece. And finally, now this album, believe it or not, is the newest album that I have, and this is, we're an American band. 1973, 50 years ago. The newest album I have, produced by John Rembrandt. A lot of good songs on this. Creepin', The Railroad, Black Licorice, Loneliest Rider, Walk Like a Man, Ain't Got Nobody, Stop Looking Back, and of course, their number 1 hit, we're an American band. Right? And that's it. My top 10 albums which I listen to the most. So if you have any comments, I'll be glad to, glad to hear them. And so thank you. And today is what, July 31st, last day of July. So be good and take care. King of all mediums, signing out.